No errors, but the play in the sixth that came back to haunt you. What was your view of that?
Yeah, I can't. From the dugout, it just looks like a double play ball when it comes off the bat. And I coach the infielders, so I always feel accountable. And you think, okay, am I teaching that flip to the perfect spot? And Levy's done a great job. I mean, again, we're not even saying he made a bad flip. I mean, I'm sure it was a combination. Probably flip was probably a little deep, and Fitz had momentum going that way. So, yeah, I mean, obviously we can make that play, and maybe it's a different outcome. But at the end of the day, we still got to do more offensively. And Reed pitched well enough to win. I mean, I don't realize. I'm looking at it now. 3 hits and 11 strikeouts. I know if we score 8 runs, then everybody's acting like he pitched great, but he just gave up more than we scored. So, like I said, fortunately we have tomorrow.
And what do you want to see with the approach? You talked about the offense and getting more. What do you want to see with their approach tomorrow to play?
Just not to press. This is a crazy game. Sometimes you could want it too bad, too much, try too hard, and that balance of confidence and looseness, freedom in your swing, and of course we hit into a couple line drive double plays that really, Jake's ball looked like it was hit good. That ball gets into the corner, and we probably score a run with a time run on second, maybe third. So. But like Fitz said, sometimes it just takes one guy to get it going, and that belief. You see one guy do it, well, man, he's doing it, I can do it. Just like Fitz said, it's contagious.
Coach talked about tomorrow's matchup, a team you're somewhat familiar with. You played Indiana not too long ago, a game that went to extra innings, and the two powerhouses. Not too many people probably expected to see Louisville and Indiana playing that early game tomorrow.
Yeah, it's I'd say it's a fun one for the fans, and they got a really good team, and it really doesn't matter at what point you're playing them. I mean, this is the regionals. I mean, you gotta till you lose twice, you're alive. So you got 2 good teams that are alive that get to play tomorrow, and we don't want to feel sorry for ourselves. Let's give credit to Illinois State, and let's come out and play good baseball at noon tomorrow.
Walker came in with a 5 ERA. Did he exceed what you saw in video or scouting reports?
Yeah, the slider, cutter, just a ball that was mid-80s. Seemed to give us trouble in the ACC tournament as well. We saw those 2 lefties and that could really pitch, and he didn't throw a ton of fastballs, just enough to sneak it in there. But it was a lot of the. I'm sure he'll tell you what he calls it. But our hitter just had a real tough time. Our charter had a tough time. What is that 84-mile-an-hour ball? And each hitter would come back and say something a little different. It's a cutter, it's a slider, it's just taking something off the fastball. But I guess the key was he only walked 2 guys, and I don't think he hit anybody. So we had our chance that bases loaded inning. Great bunt. Dunn works that at bat, and then Jake has the great bunt. We got the bases loaded up, nobody out, 3, 4, 5, and we come away with 1 there, 2, so obviously, you wish you could have got a ball in the gap, but this is not slow pitch softball, so it's just not as easy as you want it to be.
Coach, other than that one inning you mentioned, wasn't a lot of consistency at the plate. Is that something you worry about going into tomorrow? Or you think?
No, not worried. Just you got to get the leadoff guy on. I think that's where our strength, our offense, with the pressure we put on you, and stealing bases or bunt for hit or hit and run. That it's. I think the few innings we got a guy on, at least early in the inning, we put some pressure on him. But man, it's just easier to pitch out of the windup and tip our hat to him. I mean. He didn't let us get on early. He forced you to hit, and we just didn't do enough.
Bobby going to be on the hill tomorrow, and how's he look? Obviously didn't get to pitch last week.
Yeah, well, he pitched great here against Florida State. we feel like he pitches really good at Jim Patterson Stadium. So, you know, like I said, we're just excited and ready to play good baseball tomorrow.
Dan, you talked early in the year about adversity and things, you know, weather and whatever it might be. Is this what you do it for a situation like this?
Yeah, you talk about toughness. I say all the time the stars aren't going to line up for you to have success. Too many people, they want it to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. You know, the 07 team had to come through this type of situation. And teams every year in college baseball have to come through this type of situation. But with that being said, you know, we got to focus on a really good Indiana team. And let's, as we like to say, let's try to win the first inning and go from there.
How would you how would you describe what the players were like in the outfield? Were they upset? Were they sad? Were they, you know?
Yeah, they're disappointed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to hurt. If it doesn't hurt, there's something wrong with you. So it's my job to just try to lift them up, encourage them, and get them to turn the page. We talk about being professional. We talk about being tough. You know, we get an opportunity to show that tomorrow. It's a special group, so I just got to remind them that they're special. You know, you got a captain here taking the responsibility. You got an All-American Conference Pitcher of the Year here taking responsibility. You know, I mean, they're accountable, and you like to see that as a coach. And so we just need to bounce back. The sun will come up. I think the sun's coming up tomorrow. I don't think it's supposed to rain. So sorry that I messed with everybody's church plans, but you can always go to the early service.
Did rain help you at this point?
Well, rain never hurts us. We've dealt with rain.
Just in terms of pitching.
Yeah, no, I mean we got some really good arms that haven't pitched yet. You know, obviously with Elliott, Smith, Schmeltz, Poland, you go right on down the line, and then everybody else will bounce back that threw last night. So let's start with Bobby and try to get a good start from him, and that's the challenge coming out of the loser bracket is you just got to use more arms. But that's why they're here. They're not here to lean over the railing and just cheer. They're here to pitch. So they should be excited for the opportunity. Okay, thanks everyone.